Hello, welcome to the today's North Country Regions webinar. Sorry that we're starting a little bit late. We just had to set up a few things on a different computer. But thank you so much for joining us. Today we're going to review areas within the North Country region and USA Volleyball that have always been staples, as well as introduce you to our new member registration system for junior and adult players, junior coaches, junior club directors, and referees. I'm Colleen Houck, and I'm your host for this webinar, and I'll give you a little background on myself a little bit later in the presentation. So without further ado, let's get this party started. What is USAV and North Country Region, which is NCR? As we're moving along here, we're trying to do our presentation. Sorry, it's not moving. There we go. All right. We're learning this just like everybody else is. So USAV and North Country Region is an individual membership organization. Every role matters. Every role, I mean player, junior club director, referee. We serve you. What is our mission? To grow the game of volleyball. Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Upper Peninsula. Obviously, best places to be playing volleyball as far as I'm concerned. Focus growth on where? Youth. Youth is the 11 and under programs, juniors 12 to 18. Adults, well, let's see, 18 to 100, might as well. Indoor, outdoor, sitting, officials, beach. We're trying to grow all of those within this region. So who is USAV and the North Country region? Well, we're the national governing body, part of the Olympic movement. Once you become a member within your regional volleyball association, you become a registrant of USA Volleyball, just like the players who won the Olympic game medals in Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro. Okay, I said that right. What does this mean as an individual? Well, it means that you have the opportunities to play for a USAV registered program, to play in sanctioned competitions, indoor and beach, the ability to qualify for national competitions, juniors and adults, and you're eligible to try out for all types of participating region and national volleyball camps. Basically, those are called high performance, if you ever see that. You're able to meet others that are like-minded just like you and passionate about, obviously, the greatest sport ever invented. You can become a coach. Find the perfect coaching fit at a North Country Region junior program. All the education is provided to you through USA Volleyball and the North Country Region. Coaching accreditation opportunities include impact, increased mastery, and professional application of coaching theory. I know that is a mouthful. This is the minimum education requirement, and there is no charge to anybody that wants to become a coach and take the impact training. We also have CAP, Coaching Accreditation Program. We have CAP 1, CAP 2, CAP 3, and those also are provided to us throughout the country, different locations, and it is the information that is based on sound principles, and also there's a cost to those for individuals that want to increase their education with the CAP program. You can become a referee and learn how to scorekeep, or become a referee, or become an official scorekeeper. You can do all those things within not only the region, but also nationally. You can get your training in the region, and you can also do online testing and certifications, which are national based. USAV is the only accredited association. There is no other organization that provides this service, though I must say that all of the other organizations do use the officials that are being trained by USAV. So, what is my experience and how can I help you? Well, I formerly was the operations manager at Badger Region Association in Wisconsin, and now I'll be in the same role with North Country, though probably not the same title. We've got to figure that one out yet. So, am able to help with the membership registration, profile, and profile management. I've been a parent of a USAV member, and I'm currently a grandparent of a USAV member. I have a granddaughter that's 11 years old and going to be playing this year. I've been a junior club director for many years with Milwaukee Sting in Wisconsin, and I have coached collegiately, high school, juniors since 1976. I'm here to be a liaison between the North Country region and its members. I'm going to assist with online registration and Sport Engine, assist with WebPoint access for individuals. You're probably thinking, what is Sport Engine? What is WebPoint? We are going to go over those terms a little bit later in the presentation. And I can also assist the junior club directors with their club management. I am here to assist everyone regardless of what your affiliation is. So I'll be able to supply guidance and service to everyone here in the region. So this also, as far as we were talking a little bit about ahead of time, what has been standard for many years with the region and things that we're going to be doing that are going to be new. Safety is something that has been a staple with the region, with USA Volleyball for many years. It is a priority for our participants. In fact, it might even be number one priority. The screening and training is heads and tails above other organizations. Let's get into what is required with the background screen. Well, if you want to coach, if you want to work with juniors at all, at any way, if you're going to be a junior club director, you're going to be an official, you're going to be a coach, you have to have a clear background screen. So we've got a PDF up here of that we also have on the website, and it explains the company that we use, the SSCI company, is actually I must say, has the most complete and stringent research criteria that there is in the whole entire country. There you can look here and see all of the different areas that they cover and the areas that the other volleyball associations in the country don't cover with the organizations that they're going to be using. I did pull out a few of the facts that I thought were really important that you can be able to see here. And the one of them that I think is so important is that they have a national search, and they have 800 million records of which that they can have the opportunity to search and be able to use. The other organizations only have 200 to 400 records that they can use. Results reporting, it's a customized notification to organization and applicant. That means that when that comes back, actually the junior club director will receive information from SSCI to let them know if somebody has cleared or if there is an issue with their background screen. The applicant also finds this out as well, and then there a lot of times can be additional research done to see whether or not there was something incorrect reported. Also, I think something that's really important is the turnaround time. It's 2 to 3 days, and they take this long because we want to assure the accuracy. The other organizations will tell you that their background screen comes back instantly. I don't know about you, but I'd be a little concerned if a background screen was coming back instantly. What are they checking for? So that's why we're a big supporter of USA Volleyball staying with SSCI. The Safe Sport training it provides this educational resource that all of the coaches are going to be able to go to, and through this training they have to pass the Safe Sport certification. And if they don't do that, they keep taking it until they can pass it. USA Volleyball is committed to creating safe and fun environments for everybody. And I just wanted to relate that, I've been coaching an awful long time, and there wasn't anything like this when I first started coaching. And I was just a self-taught coach, and a lot of times you're coached. You coach the way you were coached. And so if you were coached by somebody that was verbally abusive, unfortunately, sometimes that's what happens with people as they proceed through, because they think that that's what's right. And I think that USA Volleyball was seeing that there was a lot of issues with different types of, mainly it would be verbal abuse that was going on, and then they wanted to make sure that that they get the training so that all coaches see that this isn't the way that they want their coaches behaving. So the Safe Sport, I will tell you, is about a 90-minute program, and it's very good, even though the coaches only really need to go into it every 2 years. I think most of the club directors are encouraging all their coaches to do the Safe Sport training every single year so they can see if there's anything new and updated. As far as policies and administration go, we're here to protect the sport and all of the individuals. There are rules, regulations, guidelines for participation. The guidelines basically are laid out in your, when you do your membership. You have a USAV Junior Club Personal Code of Ethics, of which the adults have to sign during their membership. And then also the adults and juniors have to sign the Participant Code of Conduct. I would venture to say that the majority of the junior club directors here in the state also probably have an additional code of conduct as well, and that would be something that that they're probably presenting to their coaches every year at the beginning of their season. Also, USA Volleyball has a comprehensive insurance package, which it's a secondary sports accident insurance for those with the primary insurance, and a general liability insurance, which covers all sanctioned activities. They also provide administration and regional and nationally sanctioned events. Okay, so those are all the things that are tried and true within the region. And now let's move on to the things that are new in the region, such as online membership. Online registration, I should say online membership registration. Online registration is not new at USA Volleyball. It is only new to the North Country region. USA Volleyball has been doing this for a while, so they have gotten to a point where it's good, and there really are very, very few issues with it. North Country is coming in at a very good time learning how to do this online registration. What are the advantages of it? Well, it's easy, membership registration. There's a reduction of paperwork involved, and you're able to manage and access your own profile. So the registration system would be what's called Sport Engine that we are using. So the Sport Engine is a registration platform that North Country region utilizes for members to register for North Country region and USA Volleyball. Now, many of you may already have a Sport Engine account. If you're associated with any other type of sport, I know that many other sports use it as well, so you would be able to use that same login for your account to be able to register for volleyball membership as well. So this membership is going to be done directly through the North Country region website. And just so you know that if you are registering for tryouts, such as for this upcoming weekend for your 14 and unders, and then you also are interested in registering for a USAV membership, those are two different memberships. Okay, I shouldn't say, those are two different registrations. So tryouts are going to be run by the club, and that's going to be a fee there. And then your USAV membership is entirely separate from that. So don't think that if you're registering for a club for tryouts, it's going to be the same registration as it is for USA Volleyball and on Sport Engine. Okay, so with this paper reduction, it really helps a lot the individual members because there's an ease and familiarity with a yearly registration. You just get used to doing it, and it's just easy year after year. The junior club directors, It's an easy access to find all your club members, create your teams, develop your rosters. So it's a great direction to be heading right now. Nextly, after you get your Sport Engine registration, membership registration, you will be sent at the end of your registration a receipt and a link to go to WebPoint so that you can see where your membership is at. And that is the hub of a membership profile. This is where you can view, track, renew, register. All those things are kept in one place now. You can see up to date if you're an adult, your background screen, when it was taken and when it will be due again. Your Safe Sports training, same exact thing. Your impact is a lifetime coaching accreditation. Your CAP, if you've taken that and whether or not it has expired. Or when it will expire, your referee training, your certifications there. And also in WebPoint, you can go to the USAV Academy, which is a fabulous place to be able to access officiating and coaching education courses and material as well. So how to register with Sport Engine and look at your profile? Well, it's easy peasy, let me tell you. We've got another PDF up here that you can look at, and we also have this on the website as well for if you want to look at it a little closer. But what you're going to be able to do is go to the North Country Region website, and that's where you're going to be doing your online membership registration. And we're going to show you. Actually, you're going to get a real quick look here at the way the website is going to be looking soon. Actually, tomorrow, this membership registration button is going to be up here in the right-hand corner. You are the first ones to be seeing this, and that's where you will be going to do your membership registration. After you do click on that, you're going to see in Sport Engine, you will get to see in Sport Engine the page that you'll be able to do all of your registration on. You would have to be logged in order to see this, of which we were logged in before, but currently we're not logged in. So we will get logged in there so that we can show you. There we go. Okay. So anyway. This is the page that it's going to go to the registration page, and on here you're going to be able to see sheets with facts on them about what all of the memberships are and what the options are. So you'll be able to pull that up and be able to look at that, so you can make a decision ahead of time as to what membership you are exactly looking for. And then you'll scroll to the bottom of the page and you will continue from there. You don't see it right now because we aren't currently signed in, but you will see a continue button at the bottom. Right, so I just wanted to make sure that you saw that so that you would know where to go. So after the Sport Engine membership that you do, get all done, get paid on that site. Also, I want to tell you that you actually don't, when you are in there, that currently you just want to make sure that you select you're an unaffiliated member as far as a no club association at this time, because you will see that, but we don't want you to select a club at this time in there. Okay, so after you're done, like I said before, you will receive a receipt for your membership, and you'll also receive a link to WebPoint. And as at the bottom of the page here, you can see this is basically what your WebPoint login, the login area you will see, and you'll be able to log in here. It does tell you that with your WebPoint, once you get that information, is that if you've already had a WebPoint account, you'll be able to log in still using it. If you've never had a WebPoint account, then you will create the account and it will associate you then with the registration that you did in Sport Engine. So we're just kind of giving you an idea that that is what it looks like, so you're not surprised when that comes up. All right. Um, so I just wanted to say also that in that, when you are in WebPoint, that you will be able to check out your member profile in there and be able to follow everything very easily, so that you can make changes if you need to, things that are not locked, but we want you to make sure you keep that up to date. So now we're going to move on, and we've got some questions here that have been frequently asked, actually in North Country and actually throughout the country, in with a lot of different regions. And so we tried to pull from different regions to take the most asked and see if we can't answer those for you. So is my username and password the same for both Sport Engine and WebPoint? Sport Engine and WebPoint are different platforms, and one platform's username and password does not automatically make it the same username and password for the other. So the username and password would only be the same if you decided to make them the same. So don't just think automatically that that's what you'll be able to log in with. Next question, how do I know what age division my child should be in? Well, the age divisions are based on the date of birth of the athlete and not the current grade in school. I know so many other sports are with grades. USA Volleyball does it on age division and birth date. So the system, when you register in Sport Engine, that system will automatically associate the correct age division at the time of registration. So you don't really have to worry about having to select something at that time. Which junior membership should I choose? Well, when you do go into Sport Engine and you were on that first page there, and you can pull up the fact sheets. One of the fact sheets has this information on there. So there are different options for you to be able to choose a full membership, which would get you through the whole season, and you don't have to worry about what club you're with, or whether or not they're playing just regionally or nationally. The limited junior membership, which again, I think most of the clubs that you're trying out with, they have different teams that will require different memberships, and maybe you already know that the club that you're with is only doing teams of which are not doing any type of national competition, and they would add, then you would know that you would need a limited membership there. There's also a tryout membership, which is a great place to start if you've never played for a club before. If you've never played and you just don't really know exactly whether or not this is for you, getting that tryout membership and being able to go to tryouts to check out things is a really good place to start. Once you would do that, you get that membership. It's going to cover you for many things to begin with, as far as all your different tryouts go. And then as soon as you have been selected to a club, the club is going to ask you to go back into your Sport Engine account and select an upgrade from there. And when you select that upgrade, you'll be able to make the decision whether or not you're going to need to do a full or a limited from there. Okay, but the tryout membership is a really good place to start for those people that haven't done it before. I will tell you that if you do select a full one and your child does not make a club team, you are not going to be able to be reimbursed from the North Country region. So it's best if you go ahead and choose that tryout, because then if you don't make a team, you're only out the $10 and not $50. If I choose a tryout membership, how do I upgrade to full membership after being selected to a club? Well, you log back into Sport Engine, and in there, one of the questions is going to ask you whether or not you've already purchased a membership. Go ahead and select yes, and then you will see the upgrade options, and you will pay the difference. So the upgrade either for a full or to a limited. And you can also at this time choose the club of which you have been selected to. And then that also, when you'll be able to go into WebPoint later, you'll see that club has been selected in there for you. Do I have a USA Volleyball membership number? Yes, you do. And in WebPoint, it is called your member ID number. So your membership number is a part of your team's official roster for the North Country region in USA Volleyball, and for all of its sanctioned events. And the way that you can find your number, because so many times, especially if you're playing beach, you need to know what that number is. You just go into log into WebPoint, look over to your left. There's a member area tab, and hit member profile. And in the upper middle of the page, you'll be able to see what your membership number is. Also, a really good thing is to go ahead and print off your membership card, which also there's a tab over there on the left as well that says print membership card. So you'll be able to do that, and then you would always have the number available to you. Why shouldn't I select a club when registering my child? Well, selecting a club within the registration process does not mean your child will be selected to that club. You should select unaffiliated with a club tryout. And then once your child accepts an offer from a specific club, you'll have to log into WebPoint and select the correct club affiliation from there. You will find this in the same area as so many other things: member area, member profile. There's a drop down over on the right. If you've gotten a full membership and you went ahead and tried out somewhere and then you got selected to the club, you will not be able to go back into Sport Engine to select that club. You will need to go to WebPoint and select the club. And guess what? If all of this seems a little crazy, I'm here to help you out, and I can help you get that done. Next question: how does my individual registration impact my club fees? Club fees are completely separate from USAV membership. So each club structures their own club fees, and they're based on their own club business. And so you would need to reach out to them to find that out and see exactly what their charges are. But they're two entirely different things. So please don't lump them into the same basket. Well, that looks like that's the end of our frequently asked questions. This concludes the webinar for today. Thank you so much for participating. It does not look like we have any additional questions that have been asked in the chat. So we will go ahead and conclude. Hopefully this has been informative and we've addressed any of the concerns that you may have had. But if you have any questions, please feel free to give North Country Region a call, and you can talk to anybody in the office, and I'm sure we'll be able to direct you in the direction that you need to go in. So thank you so much, and go out there and play some volleyball.